would hope they're as frustrated as I am, because I am extremely frustrated by it.
Sometimes these students need to be held accountable.
Anything from graffiti down to windows being broken.
Vandalism has been plaguing our college for years. How can you help though?
We expect better from our students, and I think everyone should have the right and feel safe enough to use the bathroom. It's just a human right.
Yeah, I think vandalism is always going to happen. It's just, how can we minimize it as much as possible and then keep going.
Every mark, every scratch, every broken surface tells a story. At Horowhenua College, vandalism has become more than just a damage to property. But why does it happen, and what is the cost? If only surfaces could speak, what would they say? To see how vandalism affects the school, I spoke with the staff who deal with it every day, the ones keeping the school safe, clean, and functional.
In the past, or more recently, we've had a number of outside people causing a lot of damage to our school. A couple of memorable ones include a couple of gentlemen splashing yellow paint all around our school, over the concrete all over buildings, and so that causes quite a considerable cost to the school. We've also had outside people where they've come in and broken into buildings, pulled equipment out and tried setting things on fire.
The staff shared why they think some students vandalize school property, explaining the different reasons behind these actions and the challenges of dealing with them.
All kids are different, but working in the guidance space, often I'm seeing like an increase in anxiety, a real increase in social anxiety, and kids feeling really cut off from each other and struggling to communicate and make friends.
Could be just their emotional state, like they could be angry, frustrated about something, and that's a way that they feel like they can let that out, whether it's screwing up the wet toilet rolls or tissues or whatever and throwing them on the roof.
The graffiti, yeah, it's a really annoying thing for me because there's no need for it in my life.
I think we have to show some compassion and empathy towards the people engaging in that kind of behaviour.
I think the majority of vandalism cases are caused by people's experience at home, purely because they might not have an outlet there. They might be a victim of abuse.
It affects us in the way of, if it's something that's broken, it needs to be fixed immediately. So whatever work we've laid out for the week to be done has to stop, leave, and then fix the vandalism first, and then carry back onto your work that you've had. So at the end of the week, sometimes you don't even get through your work that you had to get done for the week.
There's a money cost because we need that cleaned up as soon as we possibly can, and so that takes away people from other jobs. When we're trying to continue to improve our school, rather than improving our property, we're maintaining it. So that's a bit of an issue for me.
And it turns out it's a lot more complex than people think. You've got to get the right paint, so the cleaners can wipe it off the walls properly.
We've had parents call in to say, look, my kid's too scared to go to the bathroom. What can you do about it? To the point where last year we had prefects monitoring who was going in and out of the bathrooms, just so that it allowed everybody to have that equal playing field.
If you guys vandalise the toilet, I cannot go to the toilet, therefore nobody else can go to the toilet because of your behaviour.
Sometimes I won't have any place to learn because it's been vandalised.
Being caught doing vandalism is quite tough actually to try and locate, because you have to actually prove that someone has done it. You can't just assume and just say, I think you did it.
We spend about $9,000 on vandalism a year, or that's our budget a year, and we would finish quite close to that every year. This year, I believe we're sitting at around $5,000.
I am quite hopeful that this year we'll actually end up only spending half the budget. Fingers crossed.
Liam Roach has also suggested a solution, and some of the staff has also explained the systems already in place to prevent vandalism and how the school works to address it.
One of the solutions that I came up with, and it got mentioned by Mr. Hokianga earlier in the year was that any student that does vandalise at our college has to get involved in the fundraising process for funding their vandalism.
I think they think they're not going to get caught, but I think most of the time we do catch them.
It's a real problem to identify them. When they're obviously, probably not obviously, but we build students through the damage they cause if we are able to prove that they've done it. And same with outside people, they'll be prosecuted by police. Those other cases that from outside people will be prosecuted.
The behaviour in the toilets or the graffiti and the vandalism around the school actually impacts people.
Wharipaku fighters, yep, so that was something we introduced a while back, and then the lanyards as well. So those were two initiatives that we've tried to establish with the teachers. So it then puts a lot of ownership and onus on the teachers who are then trying to just do their jobs. They have to pause their teaching and learning to put a name on the wharipaku fighters, find the lanyard, hand it out, you know?
I don't really like vandalism because it's rude, disgusting, and very bad because everyone else has to deal with it. I think it's very disrespectful to the school because we need to pay for all these beautiful places that we work.
I feel disappointed having our school vandalized. Just shows that nobody cares for our environment as well as our property.
You know, there's enough ugliness in the world and we need our spaces to be beautiful.
I think it's really important that we try and just encourage each other to stop vandalism so that becomes the status quo.
Be proud of what you have. Be proud of what you have and try and better what you have instead of what you do.
Don't vandalise our school. Go vandalise your own toilet before you vandalise our house.
Would you choose to do it in your own house?
Just be responsible for your own behaviour. You know, like we're all here, we're all learning, we're all teaching, we're all in this space together as one big whānau. So it's just at the end of the day about using the Newell way.
Just don't do it because it's very destructive and you will have to deal with the consequences afterwards.
Vandalism is more than broken walls or damaged bathrooms. It affects the learning opportunities of the students and pride in Horowhenua College. The solution begins with us by speaking out, taking responsibility, and respecting our environment. We can build a school defined not by damage, but by growth, respect, and achievement.